Hello! Today we're working on lesson 9.5. We're going to be spending 2 days on this lesson and I'm going to extend it tomorrow. This lesson is called multi-digit multiplication, and multi-digit means multiplying by numbers that are bigger than one digit. So before we start, we're going to break these these numbers into their smaller components by place value. So with the number 38, 38 is made up of 30 plus 8. 63 is made up of 60 plus 3. Another way I could break up 63 would be 30 plus 30 plus 3 if I wanted to. Okay, how about 356? Well, one way that I could break this apart is by going 300 plus 50 plus 6. And I'm breaking this apart into its place values. So this is my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. 580 is 500 plus 80. And I do not need to put a 0 in the ones place, but we know that that's there. Finally, with 650, it's the same thing as 600 plus 50. And then 902, when I expand it into its place value, is the same thing as 900 plus 2. Notice that there is not a 0. I don't put a 0 tens there. We know it's there, though, because of that placeholder 0. So I'd like you to make sure that you have your math journal for this next part. You need to go get it, press pause, and then join us again. And you need to do page 286. And it looks like this. Jonah's garden is a rectangle with 16 rows for plants. That's this down there. And he wants to plant 2 sections, one with 10 rows of carrots and the other with 6 rows of carrots. Partition the rectangle and label the sections 6 rows of beans. Partition the rectangle and label the sections carrots and beans to show how Jonah could plant his garden. Okay. So if I want 6 of these rows to be beans, I count 6 squares, and you can do it with me. And that's where we would partition it. And I would write beans, and then below I'd write carrots. Okay. Jonah can plant 9 seeds in each row, and he's indicated that by having 9 go this way. How many seeds can he plant all together? Okay, so just to recap, this is a bigger multiplication problem. This multiplication problem is really 16 rows times 9, which we don't really know how to do yet. What Jonah has done is he's divided this problem into a 10 by 9 for your carrots and 6 by 9 for the beans. And now I can solve those problems because we do know how to do that. We have broken apart 16 times 9 into 10 times 9 and 6 times 9. We've been using the break apart strategy for problems that are not 2 digits, and now we're going to apply them to 2-digit ones. So if I solve 6 times 9, I get 54. And if I do 10 times 9, I get 90. And when I add them all together, I have 4. And then 50 plus 90 is 140. So my answer is he can plant 144 seeds. 16 times 9 is 144. Today we are going to practice using the break apart strategy to solve bigger multiplication problems. So we're going to do one together. Meg bought 7 boxes of crackers. Each box had 62 crackers. How many crackers did Meg buy? I suggest drawing a rectangle just like we did for the last problem. So my rectangle is going to look like this. And on this side I'm going to write 7. And on this side I'm going to write 62. And I'm going to give myself some space so I can break this apart. Okay. I want to break 62 into friendlier facts. I'm going to show you 2 different ways that we could do this. The first is I can think of 62 as 60 and 2. And I can solve that problem. In this box, I'm solving the problem 60 times 7. And in this box, I'm solving 2 times 7. Well, I know that 6 times 7 is 42. And I need to add that 0, so it's 420. And 2 times 7 is 14. So when I add 420 plus 14, I get 434. Another way I could do this is I can keep the 2 over there. And instead of 60, I can make this 30 and 30. So, because 30 plus 30 is 60. So 30 times 70, or 30 times 7, excuse me, is 210, if that feels friendlier to you. And this is still 2 times 7. And my answer is still 434. So I have just solved 62 7 times, and I've gotten 434. Today you are going to practice that break apart strategy in your math journal. So I'd like you to turn now to page 287, and we're going to do number 1 together. Okay, I would like you to draw rectangles to represent this today, okay? All right. So for this problem number 1, we have 7 times 24. So I'm going to draw my box first, my rectangle. I'm going to write 7, and I'm going to write 24. Which number do you think I need to split up here? I need to split up the 24. So I can break 24 into, let's go ahead and do 20 and 4. So I broke up 24 into 20 plus 4. And now I have easier problems. 20 times 7 equals 140, because 2 times 7 is 14 with one more 0. And then 7 times 4 is 28. 140 plus 28 is 168. Please show your work on this page. Please draw a box, please split up the box, and please write these multiplication problems inside. What you are going to do today is you are going to finish page 287, and then you're going to post it to Seesaw. I'll have an assignment there for you. You're going to do page 288, which is the math box, and you do not need to put it on Seesaw. And then you are also going to do your home link 9.5, and you don't have to put that on Seesaw. Tomorrow, we're going to extend this to even bigger multiplication problems. Good luck.